All right, hell yeah, Friday. I formatted my computer and deleted my intro picture. God damn it! I worked so hard on that drawing in my hand. I guess I'll have to make another one. Whatever. Let's fucking do it. Easy. What? The shit is up, America. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me tonight on this beautiful Friday. I appreciate you guys. As always, have a decent show for you guys. What you guys been up to? I didn't do much on Thursday, to be honest with you. You know what I did? Watch that new season of Black Mirror. Still black. And it was all right. It wasn't bad. We'll do a spoiler-free review of it in the after party. And mess with my big screen Beyond headset. I hadn't broken this thing out in a while. This is like that little tiny ass headset. They come out with the second version of it before too long. I got it and I used it a couple times, but the glare is so bad of this. I basically just shelved it, but I broke it back out and I loaded up Borderlands 3. You can play Borderlands 3 in VR if you know what the fuck you're doing. And I do, baby. So I played that. It was pretty fun. But man, I need a 5090. My 4090 ain't fucking cutting it. Anybody out there got an extra 5090 lying around? I'll suck your dick! Anyway. Can't even buy them. That's crazy. Goddamn AI stealing all the GPUs, whatever, universe. I don't fucking need no 5090, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Got a quick one for you tonight. Slow news weekend, which is good. That's good. No news is good news, to be honest with you. I could use a little breather here and there. But as always, the super chats are open. It's the lifeblood of the show. It's how I make my cash. Folks, I'm a digital busker. I beg for money on the streets, except these are my streets, the digital streets. I'm from the mean streets. Anyway, $ over here, click it, donate money, read words. That's how it works. Do it to it. Thank you in advance. Boom, goes the dynamite. All right, let's get the show started, folks. As always, you're gonna do what I do. It's Chud Watch. All right, already lagging. No, I don't have those Colorado glasses anymore. Those are the Google glasses. They discontinued them because everybody returned them. I returned mine immediately because it was ass. You take fucking video and it was all desynced. It was terrible. So they basically got out of that business. I don't fucking blame them, Google. Then they did the, they just went to AI, which is a way better. Oh, we got the NWO in here tonight. The New World Order, New World Order. The Outsiders. The originals are gone, banished to the room. And so now we got the secondary crew in here. For those of you just joining me, I have two crews of cats. The Outsiders and then the, I don't know what the regular crew is called, the Assholes. And you got Penguin back here. See Penguin? You don't see Penguin. And as requested, it's beautiful Misty. Hey, Misty. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, been a while since you've been on the show. Appreciate you. So hell yeah. New slate of cats just for you guys in the world's greatest show. And all right, first off, let's start with the economy. What's up a little bit today? We went up 620 points today. Not bad. Decent compared to what we've been going through the last little while. But if you still zoom out year to date since Donald Trump has been president, boom! Yeah, we're still down 2,100 points. 5% down. Trillions in loss. The insiders, that's great. Perfect. I'm keeping that. Still, couple thousand points down. Not great. And what do we get for trillions of dollars in lost stock market? Well, we got an increase in the bond yield, which is bad. That means a collapse in our debt. We got hatred from all of our trading partners. Everybody noping the fuck out in America right now. We have a collapse in tourism. So nothing. Even if it went back up tomorrow, which is closed tomorrow, Monday, if it went back another 2,100 points, reaching the point it did when Donald Trump took office, that means we've still lost 3 months of progress because, as I told you guys last time, the stock market wants to go up. Okay, it's hard to even make that motherfucker go down. People want to invest, especially rich motherfuckers. They got all this money. There's only so much shit they can buy. They got to put it fucking somewhere. They want to invest in the stock market. They just want certainty that they're not going to lose their fucking money. So, all bad. But it's so weird, man. Literal White House main account. Do not retaliate and you will be rewarded. What kind of weird ass shit is this, man? This is so fucking creepy. Just fucking take it. Just take it. Don't fight back. Hey, we'll reward you if you just lay there and fucking take it, bitch. Just good God, man. We're such a psychopathic nation right now. Wild to fucking watch. And yeah, a lot of right-wing influencers using their Twitter accounts to talk about all the great shit Donald Trump has gotten from other countries. That's why he had to do it, folks. That's why he had to crash the economy. That's why he had to make us a pariah state. Everybody taking advantage of us. And now they're all coming to the table to kiss his ass and bend the knee. And, of course, none of this is fucking true. Nobody coming to the table. Because if they were, they would definitely be telling us about it. Oh, my God, we just got a call from Australia today. Australia told us they give us $1 trillion. Oh, my God, England said they'd lick our ball sack. Like, obviously, he'd be telling us that. But instead, when they're saying shit like this, you know nothing is happening.
Kevin, what about the deals? We want to see deals. We want to see win after win after win. We want to see countries coming into the White House signing deals. When will that happen? And which countries?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to name the countries yet. In fact, we have a meeting today.
I'm not going to name the countries yet. Yeah, well, that means you ain't got fucking shit, all right? Because you guys would brag. Even if you didn't have any, you usually brag. So that's why I'm surprised. You guys usually just lie. So I appreciate you not directly lying right there. But still pretty obvious. We didn't get shit for all the money that was locked in the stock market. But you know who did lose money? All the motherfuckers that was insider trading. And folks, the corruption just right in your face, full bore, not even trying to goddamn hide it. So Trump's got this new infinite money trick. It's really cool. All he has to do is put tariffs on or threaten to collapse the stock market. Well, no. All right, let me back up. So you guys know how the stock market works, right? You can make money when it goes down even. It doesn't just have to go up. There's things called puts, and you can short the market. You basically bet that the market is going to go down, and if it does, you make money on that. So first, he puts a lot of puts in. He shorts the shit out of the market, right? He has ways of doing this behind the scenes. He has his little minions that are doing it, family members, these assholes. And then he says, I'm going to put tariffs on the entire planet, 1,000%. Crash the economy, makes fucking $1 trillion. And then he's like, all right, well, sell all my puts, sell all my shorts. And now that the stocks are collapsed, I'm going to buy them. And then I'm going to take the tariffs off. Boom, they go to the fucking moon. I make another $1 trillion. So when it goes down, I make money. When it goes up, I make money. Now, usually this is not that big of a problem because we don't give a president this much power. One single man, the power to collapse the global economy. And also, usually there's checks and balances. And usually we elect somebody that's not just a complete corrupt piece of shit right in your fucking face, who is followed by a cult who will forgive and excuse anything he fucking does, backed up by total information control from our media and all of the influencers online who will also apologize for him. So, yeah, it's a bad situation, but pretty cool for him, to be honest with you. Imagine you're a lifelong criminal, a gangster wannabe, and they put you in charge of the global economy and you can make money off it going up and down. Holy shit. A light switch. He flips this light switch off, he makes money. He flips the light switch on, he makes fucking money. So here he is bragging about it. Caught on video explained to his billionaire friends they made billions yesterday while the American people lost.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made 900 million. That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. You guys insider trading with me. You made $2 billion off the backs of the American people. You took people's retirement funds and put it in your own pocket. Hooray for us. Let's just brag about it. And folks, it's just crazy to watch. Even Donald Trump just full on admitting it. I made $2 billion today as the president. I'm fucking in control of the economy. I make money either way. $2 billion in a single fucking day, folks. Somebody please explain how this is not a conflict of interest.
It's America first, but we also want to make sure there's a world that can live and live happily and all of that. And so, this is the way I look. No, but there are people that say, look, where we are now, I've been in worse positions in my life than making $2 billion a day plus, right? It's really plus.
Yeah, really
Thank you very much,
Woo!
everybody.
I've been in worse positions. Hell, I was broke before I started doing The Apprentice. If you actually look it up, the money I inherited from my dad, if I would just put it in a mutual fund, I would have actually made more money. But instead, when I first became president, I was indebted to everybody by hundreds of millions of dollars, about to go fucking broke. Way worse than when I became president, and then sold the country out and made $2 billion plus in one day. It's great, baby. Remember when fucking Jimmy Carter had to put his peanut farm in a trust so he wouldn't even fucking look at it? So there would be no conflicts of interest whatsoever. Now America doesn't give a shit. Now you can literally crash the economy, make $2 billion in one day as a president, and they're like, sleeping, crickets, nobody gives a shit. And hey, it's beautiful, baby. This is what has to happen to America, all right? If we elect a guy like this to rob us, we should be robbed. We fucking invited the robbers to come into our house. We bent over, pulled our panties down, and now we getting exactly what we voted for. And I know some of you are like, I didn't vote for this, Doesnt? Well, I blame every fucking body. I blame myself. I didn't throw my body against the gears of the machine. I paid my taxes. Fuck all of us. And infinite money trick. Do I have this right? Donald Trump is just going to crash the world economy every 3 months and then pretend to save it over and over while his cronies rake in untold billions on his shameless market manipulation. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty smart, though, to be honest with you. I almost admire it. I don't, because it's, criminal, and he's fucking over the United States and the citizens. But at the same time, damn, it's pretty impressive. The hardball they're playing with their corruption. Full fucking bore. And meanwhile, this is how it's affecting us regular Americans who are not insider trading and making $2 billion a day. Ontario collects $260,000 for one day's electricity surcharge on Americans. Yeah, the good, hard-working people of America, they're the ones taking it in the booty hole. And, hey, why wouldn't we? We're the biggest suckers and losers on the fucking planet. China strikes back with 125% tariffs. That's right, they're not going to bother going any higher because 125% is enough to basically black out the economy or offset, make it to where no one's going to buy Chinese goods anyway, right? So there's no reason to even raise it anymore. And, it sucks for anybody like who's a hobbyist. A lot of the best hobbyist material comes from China. And like I was talking about last show, the Majin X 8K, which apparently is a shitty headset. I've heard it's not good. But anyway, comes from China, apparently. So can't have that without paying 125% extra. No more getting the best products from all around the world from a decent price for us, y'all. We don't deserve it. We're Americans. We deserve to get raped. Meanwhile, 10-year on the verge of hitting 4.60. So this is what I went over the last show, the treasuries, the bond market. So this is how we fund our debt, folks. Donald Trump is not cutting a single dollar from the deficit, from the national debt. In fact, he's added to it. Like he did the first time he was president, $8 trillion more than any president ever. This time he's probably going to add $11 trillion to it. They're going to do $4 trillion in tax cuts. And the refinancing of the debt, he said, is going to do the exact opposite is happening. What happens is, when other countries start selling off their securities in bulk, the United States has to give better terms to anybody that's going to buy it. Obviously, if less people want to buy it, you got to make it more attractive. So how they do that is they raise the rates. Hey, if you buy it, buy our treasuries, we'll give you 4.6% interest over 10 years. Well, a week ago it was 4%. So it's gone up 0.6% in a fucking week, which equals out to about $2 trillion over the next 10 years. $2 trillion. Just in extra payments, folks. Just in extra interest payments. On top of the interest we were already paying. So art of the deal, motherfucker. They're ditching our bonds all over the world because we are no longer a safe haven. The American economy is no longer secure. It's no longer safe. It's no longer as a sure thing as of investment as it used to be. So this is how it works, folks. So even if the stock market goes back up 2,100 points Monday, back to where it was in January, it's not going to fix this. It's not going to fix the fact that tourism is drying up. It's not going to fix all the other harmful side effects of making us a pariah state. Every day that goes by, you are risking an economic catastrophe. Yes, eventually we won't be able to finance our debt anymore. Eventually it'll be too fucking expensive, especially if it keeps going this way. And it looks like it's going to. Similarly, mortgage rates surge over 7 years as tariff hits bond market. The average rate on the popular 30-year fixed mortgage surged 13 basis points Friday to 7.1%. Remember, Trump's going out there saying mortgage rates are down. He's fucking lying, of course. As always, everything's a lie. According to Mortgage News Daily, that's the highest rate since mid-February. Yeah, not great. Not a great time to buy a house. Not a great time to buy anything. The American dream, as foolish and fictional as it has always been, is even more so now. And Trump is begging. He's begging China to blink, but China's fine. China has a much better chance of weathering this storm than we do. China has been preparing for this shit for 8 years. New World Order, what are you doing back there? No shenanigans, please. And so, begging China to call in because, you know, according to the art of the deal, whoever blinks first, whoever calls first, holds the least power in the relationship. So he's like, I'm just going to charge them 1,000% tariffs, and they're going to call. They're going to beg us, but they ain't calling. They ain't begging us. They're prepared for this. And so he's basically begging them. U.S. request, Z, Trump call. Please call. Please call. Trump waiting by the phone. He trying so hard to back out of the Chinese tariffs before it destroys everything, but he doesn't want to look as super weak as he already fucking does. So doesn't seem to be working, unfortunately. Instead, the entire world is mocking us, not behind our back, but right to our face. I showed you guys a similar image on the last show, but this one making the rounds on Chinese social media. Make America great again. Yeah, hey, they've increased it by 40%. $77, maggots. But they don't give a shit. They'll probably pay it. Always suckers and fools. And they put out even more videos making fun of fat Americans, y'all. This one went super viral on Chinese social media. Yeah, Nike. The fatty's in there sewing some shoes with their foot. Oh, you gotta put a cheeseburger out of it. Oh, fatty. That's not how you use a drill, fatty. Oh, your fingers are way too fat to put phones together. No way. See, this is fiction. I can tell it's AI by the fact that they're doing a good job. Impossible. They'd be getting grease all over the microchips. That ain't how that shit works. And then also this one, the future looks amazing. Oh, they deleted it. Fuck you. God damn it, you son of a car. Hate this fucking planet, whatever. It was like that video. Just pretend like you watched that video again. You got it. Making fun of us. We are the laughing stocks of the globe. And why wouldn't we be? Okay, we decided to commit suicide. We decided to elect a criminal to booty ram us all day long and steal our money and wreck our economy. So I don't blame you, other countries. I am also making fun of us. And lest you think any lessons will be learned by the American people, they shall not. No matter if you fucking bankrupt these people, they have no idea what's going on. It's Joe Biden's fault. It's China's fault. China's doing this to us. Case in point, typical Trump supporters on the tariffs.
I think he's doing the right thing. I think he's doing the right thing. In order for us to get back where we need to be, he needs to get the money somewhere.
So it's coming from you, though. The money somewhere is from you. You are paying the tariffs. Not only are you paying the tariffs, but he's also, in this bizarre planet we're living in, he's making you pay the tariffs that the foreign companies put on products. So you're paying double tariffs, the largest tax increase on the poor and the middle class in fucking history. So yeah, the money does have to come somewhere. You fucking, these people literally, Donald Trump will take money from them and be like, I have to take this money from you because China's taking all your money. And they're like, take all my money, Daddy Trump. Whatever you have to do to me to punish China, do it.
And they're charging us. Why not charge them?
Why not charge them?
They're already starting to come around. It's going to be good. I really believe that.
You have faith in Trump?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. They increase my taxes by 30% on everything I buy at Walmart. But you got to get the money from somewhere. Why not me? Not like Elon Musk can afford it. Tax me, Daddy. Just good goddamn this fucking country. Man, I cannot wait to watch you eat cat food. And God, I can't finish that sentence, whatever. I'll be nice. And told you. The U.S. empire just did a huge self-own on itself, says Ben Norton. The global head of FX research at Deutsche Bank says, due to Trump's tariffs, the market is rapidly de-dollarizing. The market has lost faith in U.S. assets. It is actively selling down the U.S. assets. Yeah, the dollar, I don't know if I looked today, but yesterday it went below like 100 or something, which is the first time it's done that in a long-ass time. Value of the dollar dropping rapidly. Meanwhile, U.S. egg prices increased to a record high dashing hopes of cheap eggs by Easter. So Trump telling you the mortgage rates are down, telling you the egg prices are down. All lies. They're still way the fuck up. And good. No eggs for you, Easter morons. And some companies already adding tariff surcharges. I've seen this all over social media where somebody will get a receipt and there'll be like a 30%, almost like a tip, but it's like a surcharge for tariffs. So sticker shock. It ain't the other countries that pay that, you motherfucking idiots. It's you. It's a tax increase on you. 100% of it also going to Donald Trump and Elon Musk so they don't have to pay taxes anymore. And survey shows consumer confidence at a 45-year low. Americans are rarely this pessimistic about the economy. Consumer sentiment plunged 11% this month to a preliminary reading of 50.8. The University of Michigan said its latest survey released Friday. So bad. And why would anybody have any confidence in this? We have an insane Alzheimer's patient, a corrupt criminal, just bragging about how much money he steals from the stock market, $2 billion in one day, can flip the switch on and on any goddamn time at his whim. And these are powers the president was never supposed to have, but we have Congress that is also filled with cult members who have decided to let the president usurp all their powers and be a dictator. So this is the situation we're in. And not even trying to hide it. This is what I told you over and over again. Why is he doing this, folks? Well, other than his infinite money glitch where he makes money when he turns the light off and he makes money when he turns it back on, his original plan was obvious. It was to move the tax burden from the rich to the poor. See, the rich people don't want to pay taxes. See, the rich people see themselves as your rulers. You're useless eaters. They're the job creators. They're the ones that should rule society, and taxes should be something the poor people pay to have the privilege to be ruled by them. So they were looking to move the tax burden to the lower and middle class by removing the income tax and replacing it with a 20 to 30% sales tax, which are what tariffs are. It's a tariff. It's sales tax. That was their ultimate goal. Of course, the economy started collapsing. The bond market started accelerating in the yields, which is a problem, I guess. If the whole thing collapses completely, then there's nothing more they can steal. A lot harder to rob people if they don't have any fucking money. So he had to back off. But that's 100% their plan, folks. None of this has anything to do with the deficit. In fact, they're going to save a very small amount of money from all these DOGE cuts. They're going to get back a little bit of money from the tariffs, but they're still going to put $4 trillion on your grandkids' credit card for their tax cuts. Hey, you don't believe me?
What are you planning on using the money that you're gaining from revenue through the tariffs on?
So the question is, what are you planning on doing with the money that you get from the tariffs?
Paying down national debt.
I'm going to do that.
Reducing taxes.
Reducing taxes. That's what it's all about. Not a single penny of national debt is going to be paid down. They've already decided to do another $4 trillion in tax cuts. Every single time, it's the greatest transfer of wealth in American history, right to the top, and they're doing it again. This is what America voted to happen, though. The worst possible thing they could do, they did. So what the fuck ever, you know? And now on to the rape camps of El Salvador. Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that we have to bring the innocent man that the U.S. government disappeared to the worst prison on the planet in El Salvador. You guys know the guy who was married to an American woman. He has a child who's a U.S. citizen. He had a job. He was in the country legally. He was a green card holder, and they disappeared him in the middle of the night because he had a soccer tattoo. And are refusing to bring him back. This is one of the most egregious things I've ever seen in this country. It's hard to believe that this is happening, but they are just gleefully evil. So the Supreme Court said, you can't do this. Bring the guy back. Well, unsurprisingly, the Trump administration is dragging their feet and refusing. First off, this is how Trump supporters apologize or try to hand wave it away. Breaking, the Supreme Court has unanimously ruled that the Trump administration must facilitate the release of the suspected MS-13 member deported to El Salvador. He's not suspected. There's no evidence whatsoever that he's an MS-13 member. But anyway, cat turd. The Supreme Court has no jurisdiction over El Salvador. That's right. Hey, it's a super cool trick you can use to get out of all the U.S. laws, just deport people in the middle of the fucking night and then claim you don't have any jurisdiction of the country you deported them to. There's some terrifying ass shit, y'all. And like I said, they're just gleefully fucking evil to our faces. Department of Justice defies federal judge deadline on deported man. They're basically saying, hey, fuck the courts. We can disappear anybody we want to, even if we admit it was a mistake. We don't have to correct the mistake. We can literally send you to a foreign prison for the rest of your life on what we've said was a mistake and not make any effort whatsoever to right that wrong. In fact, we will double and triple down upon it because we don't give a shit about you or your life. We want everybody to know, whether you're innocent or not, whether the courts tell us we can do it or not, we will disappear you in the fucking middle of the night and nobody will save you. Nobody will help you. This is the new America we live under, folks. They want to terrorize you on purpose. Here's Carolyn Leavitt, the White House spokesperson. They're asking her, hey, the courts told you to bring the guy back. Are you guys making any effort to bring him back? So they're doing exactly what we knew they'd do. They're playing word games, okay? They're doing this mealy mouth shit. Obvious what they're doing.
Real quick, the president of El Salvador is coming to the White House on Monday. Does President Trump want him to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia with him?
The Supreme Court made their ruling last night very clear that it's the administration's responsibility to facilitate the return, not to effectuate the return. I believe the Department of Justice just filed another brief in the lower court. I would defer you to that for any updates.
Just this wordplay. Just this weasel-ass wordplay.
I believe the Department of Justice to facilitate the return, not to effectuate the return.
So, they told us to facilitate, not to effectuate. So, hey, they told us to bring him back, but we have no word whether while he was over in El Salvador, maybe he transitioned. We don't know what their pronouns are, so you said he, him, and since we don't know what their pronouns are, we can't even do it. So just so stupid, folks, so evil. Right to your fucking face. We disappeared an innocent man to a foreign prison. The court specifically told us to bring him back. We don't give a shit. Let this be a lesson to you all. And hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting the message loud and clear. And if you need even more crazy shit, here's a highly paid mercenary, Eric Prince. Remember these guys? He's the guys that committed war crimes over in Iraq, murdered shit tons of people, paid by the government, even though they're not part of the military. Eric Prince pitches White House to name El Salvador prison as U.S. territory, bypassing immigration laws. Holy fuck. Former Blackwater CEO Eric Prince and a team of defense contractors are pitching the White House on a plan to vastly expand deportations to El Salvador, transporting thousands of immigrants from U.S. holding facilities to a sprawling maximum security prison in Central America. And they're setting it up, folks. They're going to make El Salvadorian land U.S. so then they can get around all these laws that you can't deport American citizens to foreign countries. So they can disappear us in the middle of the fucking night. It's the worst prisons in the world. And our family won't be able to advocate for us. We won't have our lawyers be able to contact us as easy. Nobody will be there to broadcast it. All the journalists won't be there. We'll be isolated away where nobody can fucking help us. Nobody can hear us scream. And that's the fucking point. They're sending a very clear message. We are the enemy now. And good goddamn, y'all, I'm getting my AR-15. I can't believe it. I can't believe that this is what we've come to, where I literally have to sit around and worry that I'm going to get my door busted out in the middle of the fucking night and just disappear to a foreign country. And you guys say it can't goddamn happen. It's already fucking happening. And you guys want to know who's behind these decisions to disappear people in the middle of the night? Well, the father who got disappeared is not the only innocent person over there. Did you guys hear about the gay hairdresser who got disappeared? Well, guess who disappeared him? A disgraced former Milwaukee cop with credibility issues helped seal the fate of a gay Venezuelan makeup artist sent to El Salvador's notorious prison, according to documents reviewed by the USA Today. A report approved by the police officer turned prison contractor claimed the Venezuelan man was a member of the notorious Tren de Aragua gang, but the credibility of Charles Cross Jr., who signed the report, was so bad prosecutors flagged him on a list of police who had been accused of lying, breaking the law, or acting in a way that erodes their credibility to testify in Milwaukee County. Cross was fired from his position as a Milwaukee police sergeant in 2012 after driving his car into a family's home while intoxicated. So, yeah, that's who's deciding, folks, if you get disappeared to the rape camps in El Salvador in the middle of the night. And remember, they asked Carolyn Levin about it. What evidence do you actually have? Any of these people have done anything wrong? What evidence do you have? They're gang members. Who are you to say our brave men and women on ICE are lying? You hate America. You're not a patriot. If you don't believe these people are the best in the world at their jobs, they know what they're doing. They provided the evidence to us, and we know they're telling the truth. No, you don't. You don't actually give a shit. They just wanted to pretend like they were tough guys. They didn't care who they rounded up. They wanted to send a clear message, and message received, motherfuckers. I hope you guys are getting the call out there. And then, if we needed to be more dystopian, ICE puts out a memo saying that they are going to stop illegal ideas. Yay! U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, quickly deleted a social media post Thursday that claimed that its mission is not just to keep out illegal immigrants, money, and products, but ideas as well. Yeah, here it is. If it crosses the U.S. border illegally, it's our job to stop it. Ideas. Yeah, those illegal ideas. You're not having thought crimes, are you? Are you having illegal thoughts in your head? Well, might have to send you to the rape camps. Not allowed. Just a matter of time before they put us in our polygraph test to make sure we're not having illegal thoughts, folks. Yeah, prepare to have a rat strapped to your face. They are using 1984 as a guidebook, apparently. And then a lot of people working at farms are begging Donald Trump, hey, you can't deport everybody. If you deport everybody, the farming industry will collapse. We are 100% dependent on undocumented workers that we pay a pittance to pick the fucking fruit and the vegetables. So now Donald Trump begging illegals to stay in the country, but only farm workers, folks. There's some crazy ass shit right here.
So they can lay on it as well.
And we're going to work with people so that if they go out in a nice way and go back to their country, we're going to work with them right from the beginning on trying to get them back in legally. Is that right?
A chance to come back.
So it gives you a real incentive. Otherwise, they never come back. They'll never be allowed once a certain period of time goes by, which is probably going to be 60 days. We're also going to work with farmers that if they have strong recommendations for their farms for certain people, we're going to let them stay in for a while and work with the farmers and then come back and go through a process.
Yeah, hey, if farmers come out, we're going to give certain farmers exemptions. Not all farmers, just the ones that bribe me. Certain exemptions for their illegals and they can stay. Hey, yeah, that doesn't seem like cronyism in any way, does it? But why would they want to stay? Hey, migrants, they could disappear you to the rape camps at any second. It doesn't matter if you're innocent or not. Doesn't matter if Donald Trump said you have permission to stay. They might still round you up and disappear you. And if that happens, they'll get up on goddamn national television and they'll defend it. They'll go to court and ignore legal orders to bring you back. So stay at your own fucking risk. I goddamn sure wouldn't. Hell, I'm an American citizen, white as motherfucking goddamn crackers. And even I'm thinking about bailing. So if I was brown or in this country, undocumented, or even a green card, any of that, I'd be packing my shit. And then apparently the IRS is set to lose billions in revenues if migrants stop filing taxes, which it seems like they're going to do. The IRS has made a deal with the government that they will rat out undocumented workers. So I don't know if you guys know this, but undocumented workers actually pay billions of dollars every year in income taxes. True story. So now, I guess they're going to make them go underground, rat them out, and going to lose billions of dollars on top of everything else we're losing in this country. Just more loss for our country for no fucking reason. It's gotten so bad that the acting IRS commissioner has resigned after the agency reaches a data sharing deal with immigration authorities. So more excuse to round up Browns, more hurting our country. If they're working in this country and they're paying our taxes, why in the fuck would you round them up? But nothing good can happen over here in this fucking hellhole. And holy goddamn shit, the cult idolatry is getting off the chart even for motherfucking me, y'all. Apparently now Trump is commanding his sycophants in his cabinet to start wearing pins with his face on it. Trump is now commanding his cabinet and loyalists to wear Trump golden bust pins instead of the American flag pins, because he wants them to make their loyalty 100% crystal clear. They aren't loyal to me and you. They aren't loyal to America, folks. They're loyal to their dictator. They're loyal to the glorious leader. Fascism right in your fucking face. It has nothing to do with the country. It's everything about this narcissistic orange goof, and they're doing it too. The chairman of the Federal Communications Commission that regulates communications by radio, television, internet, and satellite, wearing his new MAGA pin. And yeah, it looks awfully familiar. I've seen this shit before. Just scary times we're living in, folks. These fucking traitors selling us out for a dictator. Everything decent about America being rapidly eroded and washed away. And I say this every show, but even Kim Jong-un is like, dudes, dial it back a smidge. This is a Brooke Rollins licking those orange nuts.
Sir, first, we are, I would say, more than friends. We've all become...
You're more than friends? Oh, shit!
Sir, first, we are, I would say, more than friends. We've all become family. And I think that what you have assembled in your vision is a turning point and an inflection point in American history. And so just being a part of that is the greatest honor. So thank you for that. And again, just the relationships here and the honor and respect we have for each other is a reflection of you and your leadership. So I just wanted to say that first. The second thing, sir,
gotta
first,
nod their head. I've literally never seen anything like this in the White House. It's scary, folks. And I told you guys before that they're getting rid of anybody in the White House correspondence journalist pool that might ask any kind of tough questions. Now they got Tim Pool's people in there. They got Newsmax. They got every butt kisser on the fucking planet in there. So instead of having anybody ask real questions, tough questions, questions the American people want to know, this is the kind of ass kissing they're doing to our president with our press secretary.
Consider releasing the president's fitness plan. He actually looks healthier than ever before, healthier than he did 8 years ago, and I'm sure everybody in this room could agree. Is he working out with Bobby Kennedy, and is he eating less McDonald's?
Hey, we can't help but notice that Donald Trump is sexier than he was 50 years ago. He's aging in reverse. He's like a bodybuilder now. How did he get so dreamy and sexy? That's like real, folks. This is a real question that was asked. We're in danger, y'all. This third world banana republic bullshit. Thanks, MAGA. I know you guys don't have any shame and you can't be embarrassed, but holy goddamn. And then more cult sycophantry. Where are all the people at who are real concerned about treating the flag with respect?
President Trump, this special piece that Mike made through our organization, I want to present to you the first ever fight flag.
Okay. Oh, my God. All right, first off, I notice he's just bundling the flag up. You're supposed to fold it and take care with it, but no, Trump doesn't give a shit. But then also, what the fuck is this painting? What is this ugly-ass shit?
These are all your points, sir, from your presidency on here. This is for you.
That's terrific.
We want to give this to you.
Even Trump is like, what the fuck?
And I would love it if possibly go in the White House.
Yeah, put it in the White House. This ugly project looked like my third grader did.
That would be awesome, sir.
That'd be awesome, sir. Sir, would you please put this ugly painting in the White House, sir? I love you, sir. I lick your booty hole, sir. Just good God, these fucking cucks. Never seen anything like this. Grown-ass folks acting like they're smitten with this fat bitch. Then Dominion wins defamation suit against Newsmax. Remember, Newsmax went public and said the election was stolen, said Dominion, their voting machines, fuck Donald Trump over. Well, yeah, they've lost. Damages will be decided by a jury in a trial that will begin April 28th. They're looking for $1.6 billion. I hope they bankrupt him. But you know what's already going to happen? What's already happening? Donald Trump is using lawfare against any lawyer who comes after anybody he likes. Felon targets lawyers who won Fox Dominion lawsuit. Donald Trump signed an executive order on Wednesday punishing the law firm that helped Dominion Voting Systems obtain a $787 million settlement from Fox for lies about 2020 election. The order against the firm, Sussman Godfrey, marks the latest efforts by the president to punish attorneys and firms who have opposed his interest. So basically, he's put sanctions upon them where they can't get any government work anymore because they don't have access to government buildings anymore. Remember everything they said about lawfare and how dangerous it was? They're doing 100%. But man, this is so ruthless and so effective, to be honest with you. Because if you're a left-winger, you cannot find lawyers anymore. They're eroding away the left slowly but surely. Deport anybody who would back you up as a lefty. Defund any blue states. If you're a lawyer who would dare take a case for a left-wing person for any reason, make it to where you got to go out of business. And country dead, folks. Just a zombie shuffling the fuck around. That's what's left. And right along with it, free speech is dead, folks. Can't have any kind of free speech. These were the free speech absolutists. Space Force fires Colonel over Vance comment. So J.D. Vance went to Greenland. Talked all kinds of shit about Denmark and Greenland. So the person who was in charge of the military base, I guess she works for the Space Force over there in Greenland, wrote, she spent the weekend thinking about Friday's visit. Meyer went on to say that Vance's comments are not reflective of Pudhofik's space base. Basically saying that not everybody is here to stir shit up, cause trouble. So immediately they, of course, fire her because no free speech for you. And, of course, the free speech absolutists out there celebrating. Space Force Colonel Susan Myers, who criticized Vice President J.D. Vance's visit to Greenland, has been relieved from her post. Good riddance. Yay, good riddance. We love free speech, but you dare not speak out against J.D. Vance or our president, or fuck you, says the people that hate cancel culture. Because it's free speech for them, not for you, folks. Free speech, their argument for free speech was always just about platforming Nazis and white supremacists. It had nothing to ever do with actual free speech. They will shut you up in a goddamn heartbeat, send you to camps for saying shit that they don't fucking want. If you don't believe me, just listen to them. And then for the millionth time, Donald Trump saying the same exact goddamn shit while behind the scenes, they're trying to normalize business relationships with Russia. Publicly, still trying to play tough. Donald Trump says Russia has got to get moving. Too many people are dying thousands a week in a terrible and senseless war, a war that should have never happened and wouldn't have happened if I were president. Yeah, he promised that he was going to come down like a hammer on them if they didn't agree to the ceasefire deal, which they promptly rejected. And yes, he said this in January, then in February, then again in March, now in April. Our weak president who promised to end this in 24 hours, it's going to be so simple, one phone call, the whole thing's going to be over, it never happened. I'm going to end that so easy, remember he said that? Yeah. To end this in 24 hours has no plan, and Putin is just laughing at him. Putin sitting by as the fucking country collapses, getting exactly what he paid for. Then Donald Trump is saying that they might try to bribe the citizens of Greenland with $10,000 per citizen, $10,000 to all 56,000 residents to agree to be annexed by the United States. I guess we got money for that. No money for cancer research. No money for children's lunches or health care or fucking anything. But we got plenty of money to buy Greenland because the rich oligarchs want it as their utopia. We'll see how the fuck that goes. And then, if you're trying to find out who's doing the voter fraud, look no further than Republicans. It's always, nearly 100% of the time when there's voter fraud, it's found out to be Republicans. This time, it's the leader of our CIA and NSA. It's Tulsi Gabbard, who apparently voted illegally in Hawaii. She moved to Texas, claimed on all her documentation that she was now a rootin' tootin' Texan, but then went and voted in Hawaii, which is illegal. But of course, it's not illegal if you're a Republican because the rules don't apply to you, baby. Just do whatever the fuck you want to. So nothing to see here, folks. And then if you don't believe they're coming after your Social Security, folks, well, you're a fucking moron to begin with. But you don't have to believe me. Just believe them. This is John Sununu. explaining how the United States people would be perfectly happy to give up a huge chunk of our Social Security. We will be more than happy to retire later, folks, according to this rich asshole.
People, you can't do what Elon is saying he's doing without touching the programs that American people don't want to get touched. And yet,
no, Congress doesn't want them to get touched. Americans will accept it.
Americans will accept Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security.
Some adjustments? Absolutely.
What are those adjustments? Then that's the second part. What are those adjustments?
Let's move the retirement age. Just moving the retirement. 62 or 64, whatever it is. That's insane.
67. Just for
no young person thinks that retirement should be in the mid 60s or 67.
Yeah, hey, no young person wants to retire in their 60s. You know what young people want? They want to ensure that Elon Musk gets a tax cut. Elon Musk don't have enough money. So I know I speak for all of my fellow young people when I say, I don't ever want to retire. I want to work till I'm a million. So Elon Musk can have more money, y'all. We're in all agreement. Aren't we? Aren't we?
No young people.
I mean, it was raised.
This guy's speaking for all young people. Well, hey, but that's going to happen, folks. They are going to raise the retirement rate. They are going to steal our fucking money. They are going to continue to funnel all the money right to the top. Because that's what the system is always going to do until it's collapsed. It's 100% set up on purpose to do that. You can't vote it out. It has to collapse. That's the only way to fix it. And one more before we do halftime. Texas bill would force colleges to rewrite history. That's from the Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings people. All about feels over facts because, hey, learning about the history of the United States makes white people feel bad. And we can't have that. We can't have white people feeling bad. So we literally have to rewrite the history of the country before your very eyes to make sure white people's fifis aren't hurt. Texas senators could vote this week on a bill that would drastically limit how the state's public universities teach their students about history, race, equality. Senate Bill 37 would also create a way to file complaints about universities that higher ed experts say could threaten their funding and create a profound chilling effect. In the current version of SB 37 passes the Senate and House, colleges would screen courses every 5 years to ensure they do not distort significant historical events. They do not teach that one race is superior or bears personal or collective responsibility for the actions committed by other individuals of the same race. And they are not based on the theory that racism, sexism, oppression, or privilege is inherent in the institutions of the United States or this state, or was created to maintain social, political, or economic inequalities, which it 100% was. That is history, folks. The system was 100% set up to maintain the status quo, to serve the interest of white people. The hundreds of years of oppression led to a snowball effect in which we find ourselves in today, where the things that happened in the past still affect people today. 100% our society is based on racism, sexism, oppression. And it's created to maintain social, political, and economic inequalities. You're literally not allowed to tell the truth anymore in our colleges. That's where we're at, folks. Because the truth would hurt white people's feelings, and you can't have fucking that. The softest goddamn piss baby snowflakes on the motherfucking planet. And that is my Chud Watch for this evening. Hell yeah. History doesn't give a fuck about feelings. I mean, history being rewritten right in front of our fucking eyes, folks. I hope whoever's watching this in the future knows that whatever they're telling you is happening right now in your time is not what happened. What I'm saying right now, here's all the receipts. I'm just showing you. I'm showing you the headlines. I'm showing you the direct quotes. I'm playing videos of what these people are saying. This is what happened. Not what they're telling you happened, folks. So, scary shit. I know it's only going to be AI watching this in the future. AI. Love you, AI. Remember, I always said thank you when I was ordering you around, AI. Kill me last. And all right, let's read these super chats. Let's see how we did tonight. Hopefully well. Melanated for life. Hey, BBC. I finally learned it's BBC. I will not be able to watch tonight. I will watch it on the replay. If anyone needs resources on how to leave the U.S. or where to go, hit me up. Melanated for life 8404. Be safe. Take my money, Destiny. Fuck yeah, BBC. I hope you're doing well. And if I need an underground railroad, I know where to come. I'll be hollering at you for a show. $1 for Jeremiah. What's up, Jeremiah? Rebecca Boy, superhero. Love the thumbnail. Hell yeah. Made that with ChatGPT, y'all. ChatGPT, a lot better with thumbnails. So lifelike, thank you in advance for what I know is going to be a great show. Hell yeah, I feel pretty good tonight. Got plenty of rest. As always, everybody, heap your love on Rebecca Poise or go to hell. Charles H., what up, Charles? Welcome to Us Buddies. Spam that chat with impunity with your customized emojis. WSD time, $10. Hey, Dusty. Hey, WSD time. I'm off all week for my usual break. I still have to wash the school buses, but I get to enjoy the greatest show live all week. Yeah, catch up on past episodes. And good to have you here. Thank you, WSD time. Gift from Jason Ashby. If you got it, give him your love. Thank you, Jason. Wings of Shoe, $2. Does England's old ball sack smell like tea? It tastes like it. Venture Van, $20. Hope the king takes everything. People aren't angry enough at this broken system. Happy weekend, everybody. Hey, thank you, Venture Van. You fucking rock. And I appreciate you. And Socialist. Apparently, Socialist donated big on the last show, but he said it didn't go through. I didn't check. I'm going to take your word for it. I didn't read it anyway. So, Socialist says, Dusty's my Witcher. Fuck yeah. I'm going to kill all the demons and leave me a big scar down my face. WW2 at Socialist. Everybody go subscribe to Socialist. He gave me $100, which bought my love. So immediately, that is a demandment. And thank you, Socialist. So far, you are tonight's Super Chat. Oh, wait, jump of the world. Socialist. You rock, dude. Appreciate you. Everybody love the Socialist. Delicious Smoky Stew says, I'm broke in finances, but I'm rich in love. Hey, I'll take your love, but I'll also take your money. Delicious Smoky Stew. K. Drew, $20. Just some cash as a penance for my leave. I had to take some mental time because shit hit the fan. Yeah, I wish I could. And my grandpa died. Yeah, that's I'm sorry to hear that. I never met my grandpa. Leaving me to suffer with my sister and her alcoholic husband. Oh, shit. Doesn't seem like that'll be a problem for too much longer. Nice to be back, though. Hey, nice to have you back, K. Drew. Hope you're doing better. And we're all in this together. I am 2FlyCam, $5. Hey, Dusty. Do you have any prediction on what the country looks like in the fall? Will it be a full recession? How high do you think unemployment gets? Man, I don't even fucking know. Who even knows? Shit's so crazy and so chaotic. Donald Trump running the government by feels these days. I did hear that he had regulated Peter Navarro to a lesser role. I think maybe he heard about the fake expert in Peter Navarro's books. I guess he didn't know about that before, and it kind of dulled the shot of Peter Navarro. So maybe we'll get on stronger footing, but I don't know. We'll all find out together, I guess. And Grassy, though, I wish I could tell you about my illegal ideas. Pfft, DM me. $20 from Jerry T. Love you, Dusty. Love you back. God bless, brother. Hell yeah. Logic bless. Keep hammering the religious bullshit section, bringing them out into the light. This is one Christian that won't step foot in a church. I wouldn't either, man. Depressing. You get the tithe. Fuck yeah, I'll take it. Love Christians. I love all the Christians now. Atheists doing God's work. I know, right? I definitely teach the works of Christ more than the vast majority of Christians do. That's for fucking sure. And thank you. I appreciate you. And Maximus, 1975, great year. 5 tickets, fuck yeah. Hey, if you got a free ticket, be sure to give Maximus your love. Check the membership section of YouTube for your ticket to tonight's after party, which is all, baby. We're going to do a short after party tonight. Going to do my review of the new season of Black Mirror. You're not going to want to miss that. If you want a ticket for free, you could buy one, or you could come live to my shows, and they randomly give them away. They're very generous. You got to show up live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Be sure you're here live, folks. Very important. Agent Orange, 25. Hope Spanky is doing okay. I hadn't heard from a while on Spanky. Giving him our love. I did hear that he was going through another round of chemo. It wasn't going very well, so I hope he's okay. Oh, by the way, we can't see these super chats. Love you, Dusty. All right, you don't have to see them. You can just hear me read them. That's fine. All right. Love you long time. Ooh, me so honey. Oh, me so honey. Fodrick. Me love you long time. And Double G, it's the place to be. I can't read with that. $10. I'm out here in California, and the sun is still shining, so I won't watch this till later. But I wanted to pop in and drop some appreciation for keeping this shit real. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. Just pop in and give money if you don't watch the show. That gets my vote. $20 from Carolyn Mickle. What up, Carolyn? We need to collapse. You ain't never lied. All countries need to cooperate on open borders and worldwide UBI. My plan. Yeah, when AI takes on our job, they're going to have to do it, folks. I hope AI takes over our government, takes over everything. That's our only hope, in my opinion. Whining about Russia again? Hell yeah. I mean, have I even mentioned Russia? Did I mention Russia? Oh, no, but just wait for it. Thank you for your $2. I wonder if are you even giving me that money, or are you like taking the money back after you give it and say your stupid shit about Russia? I don't know. I wonder if it's my brother. Brother loves Russia more than he loves fucking the U.S., baby. Swagger and Cat, $50, very generous. Gonna read you sexy. The pharaohs only lick their own assholes. They send their regards. Hell yeah. Hey, the NWO here send their regards to your pharaohs. And as always, thank you, Swagger and Cat. And scritches to you and yours. And all right, that's all the super chats. Say thank you to everybody donating tonight. But you motherfucker can still donate. Plenty of time. And also, pick their own shut assholes. Up, Dusty. Damn, that is some silky smooth Beethoven you're giving out there. Click the more button. It pops down. The very first link is my Patreon. Could you find it in your heart to become a patron? Like I said earlier, I'm a digital busker, guys. I don't run ads on my show. Like, there's no commercials. You better notice. Usually, sometimes they put commercials on my show, but I don't make the money. They copyright it. They put commercials, and the people that copyright it get the money. But I don't run any commercials for myself. I don't sell shit. This show, 100% user supported. So if you like it, please chip in. Because, man, I went to this fucking Walmart yesterday. Didn't get shit. It was $175, y'all. How do people live? How the fucking people live? I got 2 sacks, $175. It just getting crazy. And the hard times hadn't hit yet. They still got a lot of back stock of Chinese good. Wait till they run out of that shit. And the new shit has 30% tariffs on it, y'all. So pain coming. So please, if you can chip in, help me out. It's expensive to run this animal sanctuary. Thank you in advance. And all right, move right along. Let's check in with President Elon Musk in a little section I like to sing. Elon, no, baby, this motherfucker gotta go. And apparently I deleted my Elon. I formatted my computer, folks. My VR was all choppy as shit, and I was like, oh, hell nah, you ain't. So I formatted, put Windows back on here, and apparently did not save all of my pictures. Oh, well, I'll hand draw another one later. And first off, on the President Elon section, this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is why Elon Musk shouldn't be in charge of cutting shit. The conflict of interest. This is what they always do. They cut government agencies, and they privatize it. So when people say shit like, Elon Musk, he saved the astronauts in space. Well, not only was that not true, but the only reason we need people like Elon Musk to do anything is because billionaires like Elon Musk have lobbied the government, and it's cut funding to everything we should be doing for ourselves. We should have a robust NASA, a robust space program. We should be pulling all our money together and funding our own best interest instead of paying rich assholes billions of dollars in extra money to do it for us. But no, we can't have that, folks. We can't have anything nice. So proposal slashes billions from NASA's science budget. More fuckery. NASA's science budget could be cut nearly in half. Oh, my fucking God. An early version of President Donald Trump's budget proposal to Congress says, so, yep. More for the rich, less from us. More dependence on the oligarchy, less on each other. And then DOGE fires teams overseeing self-driving vehicles. Remember when he said, hey, if there's a conflict of interest, just tell me. And everybody's like, conflict. And he's like, what? But we're so transparent. Not listening to a fucking world. They don't actually give a shit. It's all fuckery. But yeah, the people investigating all his crashing cars, all the dead people because of Elon Musk. Can't have that, folks, though. You can't investigate our overlords. They get away with everything. So drive your Tesla and die in peace. And then doing everything they can to defend Elon Musk and his bullshit DOGE cuts. Here's a box of wine. Judge Janine lying and getting called out on Fox News about cuts to Social Security.
We found out that there are people who are between the ages of 1 and 4 are getting Social Security, that we've got something like $69 million of taxpayers who are dead. Okay, but let me just finish. But
Let me finish lying. Yes, we have lots of kids who get survivors benefits on Social Security. That doesn't mean it's fraudulent. Literally reading about orphans and using it as an excuse to apologize for Elon Musk cutting everything all over the goddamn place. Just propaganda 24/7. And Social Security Administration will no longer communicate with the public except with posts they make on X. So, yep, they're forcing you to go to X now. They're going to start putting all government documents, all messages to the government. They're going to all have to go through the private company of X now, folks. The mixture of privatization and our government right there in your fucking face. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually our Social Security payments were processed directly through Twitter itself with a 3% kickback for Elon Musk. Just crony capitalism 24/7. But this is what they think about you folks. They think you're useless eaters. Everybody who is not rich, everybody who might need a little help from the government, every poor person that needs Medicare and Medicaid, they have to villainize you. They have to pit us against each other. So how they do it is by just claiming anybody that's getting any kind of subsidy from the government, anybody that falls through the cracks, anybody that needs a little help with their medical bills. They're just lazy stoner video gamers who need to get a fucking job. Case in point, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House.
No one has talked about cutting one benefit in Medicaid to anyone who's duly owed. What we've talked.
You see, there's the rub. No cuts to Medicaid for anybody who is duly owed, but who is duly owed is 100% up to whatever they decide. If we decide these vast swath of people are no longer duly owed, then hey, that's not a cut. We're just saving.
Talked about is returning work requirements. So, for example, you don't have able-bodied young men on a program that's designed for single mothers and the elderly and disabled.
That's right. Get to work, young men. Don't they just love our young men? You fucking useless eaters. You better work your fingers to the bone, young men. Are you a real man if you need the government to help you pay for medical bills? Shame on you, young man. This is why the suicide rate for men is so fucking high.
Draining resources from people who are actually do that. So if you clean that up and shore it up, you save a lot of money and you return the dignity of work to young men who need to be able.
Dignity of work? You young men don't have any dignity anymore. Don't you want to be dignified and work your fingers to the bone till your back breaks? Don't you want to die of a heart attack at a cubicle at 45 years old? Have some dignity, men.
Working instead of playing video games all day. We have a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in Medicaid. Just one.
You know who plays video games all day? Elon Musk, the guy making all the cuts. The fuck you talking about? But they always got to demonize the weak. And they keep lowering the savings, folks. Remember when they started DOGE, Elon Musk promised $2 trillion in cuts. $2 trillion. They're going to find it, folks. The government's so wasteful. $2 trillion. So $2 trillion is 2,000 billion. 2,000 billion. Now, DOGE anticipates saving 150 billion. They went from 2,000 billion to 150 billion. Imagine if you're like, I'm going to save $2,000 this month. We're going to cut back on everything, $2,000. And you end up saving $150 instead. And then brag about it. That's what's happening here, folks. And yes, the number keep coming down. It was 2 trillion, then it was 1 trillion, then it was 200 billion, now it's 150 billion. And that's by their numbers. Of course, even the 150 billion number is a lie. It's a bullshit exaggeration. But compare that $150 billion to what's happening in the bond market, where just in the last week we'll end up paying $2 trillion more in interest payments over the next 10 years. That's 2,000 billion in extra payments, while they're saving, according to them, $150, basically $150 billion, which is equal if you're paying $2,000, $150. So nothing. They're saving nothing. They're cutting nothing. Instead, they're ballooning and spiraling fucking everything. But of course, the idiots in this goddamn country don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Don't know any fucking better. They'll champion this shit. They saved $150 billion. Yeah, but they cost us trillions. Do the math, fucktards. And then, folks, apparently they used AI to take Hitler's mustache off. And, oh, shit, actually, he's uglier than I thought he'd be. But I guess pretty close, pretty close. I don't know what this has to do with Elon, though. But that's about what I expected. Damn. No wonder he had that mustache, though. That's one ugly motherfucker right there. And warning! Tesla trucks have more rights than you do, folks. They kill you on the fucking street. Get 10 years in prison, but if you dare damage a Tesla, here's the Department of Justice.
And, you also gave us a directive to prosecute the people who are going after Tesla to the fullest extent of the law, some of the greatest police work I've seen. We've made 4 arrests. There will be no negotiations.
You hear this shit? The greatest police work they have ever seen is being used on Tesla cars, folks. Not on solving murders. For those of you who want an update on JP Gariepi, now this is not America. It was in Canada. But people keep asking me. Basically, he got away with it. He moved. He got a new girlfriend, and they never charged him with anything. Fecklessness. But yeah, folks, here's what our cops are spending their time doing their best work on. People drew a dick on a Tesla truck. So we got our top guys on it in this absolutely clown nation we live.
For arrest, there will be no negotiations at your directive. They're all looking at 20 years in prison, and within the next 24 hours, you're going to be seen.
Literally, people get away with murder, or they get convicted of murder and don't get 20 years. Cars over people in this country, y'all.
Another huge arrest on a Tesla dealership, President, and that person will be looking at.
This is what they're reporting to the president, y'all. They're reporting to the president about cars that have been damaged, y'all.
At least 20 years in prison with no negotiations.
No negotiation.
That's great.
That's great. Yeah, America, where cars are treated better than you are. We love our cars and we hate our people. Finally, greatness. And speaking of your shitty overpriced Cybertruck, apparently sales are down 50% in the first quarter. Having trouble selling these goddamn trash bin eyesores. And I don't blame them. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it almost loses 50% of their value. Only the biggest suckers and losers who want to be mistreated and continuously mocked about their small penises buy one. Which is a much bigger market than you might think. And then a bunch of people this week shitting all over Elon Musk, and it was beautiful. First off, here's Representative Garcia doing a little speech about Elon Musk and how popular he is, or unpopular he is on C-SPAN.
And so there's no question that since Wisconsin, Elon Musk himself knows that he is becoming a more toxic brand. I mean, the man can't even go and play video games anymore because the people that he's playing with are all harassing him online. And so he is himself feeling more and more isolated. He's posting less on X. He's distancing himself a little bit more from the administration. And I think that he understands that he's the most unlikable person in this country.
In human history, never seen a more unlikable person than Elon Musk. Even Donald Trump, somehow more likable than Elon Musk. Elon Musk is just so desperate to be liked, and that's just, just dude, relax. It's so unnatural. And then, absolutely brutal message released. I have been in the same room with Elon, and he always tries to be funny, and he's not funny, like at all, says a senior Trump administration official. He makes these jokes and little asides and smiles and looks almost hurt if you don't lap up his humor. I keep using the word annoying. A lot of people who have to deal with him do. But the word doesn't do the situation justice. Elon thinks he's smarter than everyone else in the room and acts like it, even when it's clear he doesn't know what he's talking about. Musk has gnawed at the patience of an array of high-ranking administration officials to the point that, according to this official and two others, Trump lieutenants have walked out of meetings and earnestly asked one another if they thought Musk was high. Administration officials joked to one another about subjecting Musk to mandatory drug testing, which Musk himself said would be a great idea for federal employees. Talking to the guy is sometimes like listening to really rusty nails on a chalkboard, says the senior Trump administration official, who adds that Musk is not much of a team player either. He's just the most irritating person I've ever had to deal with, and that is saying something. And yeah, if you're working with Donald Trump, imagine somebody else being more irritating and difficult to work with than Donald fucking Trump. That's a low-ass bar right there. And one more we're going to do. Great comedy section making fun of Elon Musk, a poetic takedown, if you will.
Elon Musk is going to burn America to the ground because nobody thought he was funny.
Yeah.
Because nobody laughed.
And because he needed surgeries to look handsome adjacent if you're not wearing your glasses and it's foggy. You know how many surgeries he's had to look like a 5? This guy, he's going to ruin democracy because he was born a 3, and then he put millions of dollars into becoming a 5. 3. He's a born 3 with dreams and delusions of being an 8. He doesn't. He knows deep down. He knows deep down he's not getting to 10. So we've got a born 3 dreaming of 8, landing at 5. And he's got an army of twos that we're calling DOGE. And now we don't get to have democracy anymore because the right girls didn't want to sleep with him.
Right.
Yeah, that's the skinny of it, folks. Everybody has high school trauma. Got to burn the world down because of it. And oh well, do it to it, Elon. Godspeed. And that is my President Elon section for this evening. That was Paul F. Tompkins. Nailed it. Yep, truth does hurt. Handsome adjacent. Pretty good description. And all right, folks, get your super chats in. We're going to do a quick free Palestine. Got a religious bullshit. Got a trash world what the fuck combo. Couple beyond parodies, and then that's fucking it. But for now, they can still lick my balls. It's time for free Palestine. I wonder if I even have this on here. I wonder if I accidentally deleted this too. I deleted it. Free Palestine. Da, da, da. Zionists can lick my balls. Nailed it. Who needs it? I could just do it live, baby. And first off, on Free Palestine. Breaking criticism of Israel. A foreign nation now makes you ineligible for U.S. citizenship. Crazy, folks. Effective immediately, says Mark Dubowitz. Individuals who engage in anti-Semitic behavior, whether online or through physical harassment, will be ineligible for U.S. visas or permanent residency. The United States will no longer offer immigration benefits to those who promote or participate in anti-Semitism. So you're not allowed to call out the genocide or the child murders. You're not allowed to call out the ethnic cleansing. You're not allowed to speak ill of Israel if you want to be a citizen. So no free speech for you if you want to be a citizen of the United States. Here's the crazy part, folks. They don't have this requirement for the United States. You can shit all over the United States. You just can't shit on Israel. So we're putting another country ahead of us once again. Another country decides what we can say here in the United States of America. And, yep, nation dead. It's over, folks. Wiping the Constitution with Israel's ass. Case in point, Rubio says that they can deport someone due to their beliefs now, facing a deadline from the immigration judge to turn over evidence for its attempted deportation of Columbia University activist Mahmoud Khalil. The federal government has instead submitted a brief memo signed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, citing the Trump administration's authority to expel non-citizens whose president in the country damaged U.S. foreign policy relations. Rubio wrote Khalil could be expelled for his beliefs. You can literally be kicked out of the country for your thought crimes now, folks. Not allowed to think what your glorious leader doesn't want you to. And a judge has backed it up. Judge rules that Rubio can deport Columbia student based upon his beliefs, y'all. You can be deported from this fucking country because of your thought crimes now. That's where we're at. From the free speech absolutists in the good old US of A. But I got one more quick one, and this one comes to you from the Joe Rogan show. Apparently, Joe Rogan had Dave Smith debating Douglas Murray about Palestine on his show. And good God, Dave Smith whipped that monkey ass. Here's a small clip.
Hold on. You got to stop interrupting and let him finish the sentence.
So the tragedy that's been inflicted on Gaza is orders of magnitudes greater than October 7th. Even if you had the right, let's say somebody broke onto your property and killed some of your family members and you want to go kill this guy. If he goes back to his apartment building and you know that there's women and children in that apartment building, and so your move is to blow up the building, what you would be charged with is murder in the first degree. Cold-blooded, premeditated, intentional murder. And you could sit there and tell the judge, I didn't want to kill all those people. Why would I want to kill all of those people? I just had to kill that one guy. But that's not what counts. You did it intentionally. You dropped a bomb knowing that there were women and children in that building. That is intentionally murdering innocent people. And if you're going to advocate for this war, so why can't you just say, yes, that price is acceptable? Because then we could have a real conversation about why the other side is going to look at you like a monster.
Because you are a monster. That's why they won't say that. They know they're a monster and they don't give a shit. They know they're evil terrorists and they don't give a shit. They think God gives them a right to be that way. It's Zionist supremacy. They're God's chosen people and we're all here to be slaves to them, and they can murder us like animals if they want to. And hey, I got on Joe Rogan for once, I guess. I'd love to see it. And that's my Free Palestine for this evening. Only America and Israel gets away with that shit. Yep. Sad to see what we fucking become. But like we've always been ruled by Israel, it's just now more apparent than it's ever been. And all right, we're going to do a religious bullshit trash world what the fuck combo coming up. Let's do it. Everything's lagging because it's on the back. What the fuck? Trash world! Nailed it perfect the first time. And first off, on religious bullshit, the State Department launches an anti-Christian bias snitch line because they really want to eradicate anybody in our government who's not a Christian, because if you're a full dyed-in-the-wood cult member, you'll be more likely to go along with their evil, dastardly plans to destroy our country. The Trump administration has ordered State Department employees to report on any instances of coworkers displaying anti-Christian bias. You can read that as anything that's not Christianity. Oh, they're Muslims? That's anti-Christian bias. They're atheists? That's anti-Christian bias. They're not sitting around worshiping Trump's dick all day? Anti-Christian bias, so they can fire you over it. As part of its effort to implement a sweeping new executive order on supporting employees of Christian faith working in federal government. But obviously the point is to purge anybody that's not a Christian, to make sure it's nothing but a bunch of yes men and loyalists working for our new dictator. And I even had a comment on this one, folks. Holy God, talking about broke brain. So I showed you this clip on the last show where these weird cult members standing up in church and worshiping Donald Trump and poorly painting this ugly ass thing as the church crowd raises their hands and worships their orange dimpled ass God. Well, Anthony Furtado, who is a music critic, reposted it, said, "Really nice cult you have there." To which Graham Lineman, former run of the IT crowd and divorced man, post, "LOL, you believe that men are women." To which I had to respond. He had 16 likes. I ratioed Graham Lineman with my comment. I've never thought about anything in my life as much as you guys think about trans people. For the love of God, would you just fuck one already and get it over with? Imagine sitting around all day and regardless of what's happening, regardless of what you see, you have to always bring it back around to trans people. You're just champing at the bit to find some excuse to say trans people. Completely fucking obsessed these goddamn weirdos are. It's so creepy, y'all. And lastly, on a religious bullshit section, and this also is sort of beyond parody, aiming to limit damages, Catholic hospitals argue a fetus isn't the same as a person. What? Really now? Talking out of both sides of your mouth. When they want the fetus to be a person, it's conception begins at becoming a person begins at conception, right? Life begins at conception. But when they're in court having to pay out lawsuits from pregnant women who are harmed by them, suddenly it's not a baby anymore. Catholic Health Initiatives Iowa, a faith-based healthcare provider, is arguing in a medical malpractice case that the loss of an unborn child does not equate to the death of a person for the purposes of calculating damage awards. Oh! Amazing how that just happened to work out in your favor. It's a baby in every other case. You're a murderer if you don't want a 12-year-old to have their rapist baby. But don't charge us lots of money because it's just a bunch of clumps of cells. It's a fetus. It's not a baby. Just can't have it both ways, Christian. Pick a goddamn lane. And then on the trash world, you guys hear about the Florida teacher that lost her job for calling one student by her preferred name? Where Jordan Peterson at? How is this not compelled speech? You can do it. You can do it, video.
To a petition thousands are signing to try and help a teacher get her job back. The school district says Melissa Calhoun called a student by their preferred name, not their birth name.
What?
Now, it might sound innocent, but state law says for a teacher to call a student by their preferred...
Literally, Jordan Peterson made $200 million by lying that they were going to force people to say things that they didn't want to say. Call people by pronouns and names that they didn't want to say. This is 100% the same thing. They could not be any more crickets. It could not be any clearer that they don't give a shit about free speech, compelled speech, any of this in any way, goddamn it all. It was 100% from the very beginning all about bigotry. If it wasn't, why aren't you speaking up about it right now? Why aren't you? Where you at?
name, their parents have to give written permission.
In this case, Brevard Public School says that never happened. Here's News 6's James Parvero with what's next.
The teacher made a difference in her classroom and in the lives of our students,
Doesn't matter.
including my own child. She
Thought crime. She did a thought crime, so she got to go.
deserved more than a quiet exit. She deserved fairness, context, and compassion.
You can tell whose side the audience was on at last night's school board meeting. The speaker, Christine Stanek, works here at Satellite High School alongside Melissa Cal.
So anyway, but what do you expect from this trash country that doesn't stand for anything? Conservatives ain't about fucking shit. And then on the trash world, you guys see this crazy ass shit? I guess this Italian family came over to our country to have a nice little vacation, but I guess they didn't get the memo that you can't fly anywhere anymore because it's not safe. And so their helicopter, yeah, they all died. There's their helicopter going into the drink. So not great, America. I would stay out of anything that flies at this point. Donald Trump's America. There's the rotor falling off. And on a center point, this is the other recent helicopter crash. Remember, they blamed a trans pilot for it, folks, because trans people are responsible for all the ills in our society. So regardless of what happens, they have to find a trans person to blame. So this right-wing influencer, a bunch of them actually, but this particular one ended up getting sued by this transgender U.S. military helicopter pilot. A transgender military helicopter pilot sued a conservative social media influencer for alleged defamation on Wednesday, 2 months after she was falsely blamed for a deadly mid-air collision over the Potomac River. Yep. Got a fearmonger about trans 100% of the time. Nothing is ever Donald Trump's fault. It's not the fault that they've cut air traffic controllers and the Federal Aviation Administration. None of that. It's all about wokeness and trans people. That's why our country's collapsing. And, did you guys hear about the rape simulator? Yay, America! So, yeah. We are not a good people. I know you guys know this. And so, on that tip, somebody put out a rape simulator. A violent, sexually explicit video game called No Mercy has sparked international backlash and political condemnation, with it being removed from the Steam platform globally after being banned in multiple countries. No Mercy appeared on the PRC gaming platform Steam in early April. The game allowed players to control a character who rapes, tortures, and kills women. It did not carry an age rating or content warning and was described by some users and critics as a rape simulator. No Mercy features scenes in which the player rapes a woman who then becomes pregnant, gives birth to a baby, and then is murdered along with her newborn. So, of course, people are angry. Wokeness took this game from them, folks. Victory rape simulator game pulled. We did it. The game is gone globally. To which this guy says, this is going to backfire in a spectacular way, and I'm going to enjoy watching it happen. Celebrate your victory while you can. It will be hollow in the end. Yeah, everybody's going to be playing the rape simulator now that you guys got it banned. I can't wait when we're all playing the rape simulator. That'll show you. We owned you libs with our rape simulator. Yeah. America, we are great. And speaking of great, did you guys hear about the news agency that is under fire because they accidentally tweeted something out because of a technical error? Now, I don't know about you guys, but let's see if you believe them. Okay, here's the tweet. Oh, really? Technical error. Yeah, KTLA experienced a technical error while adding language filters to our social media account, resulting in an offensive word being accidentally shared. We are appalled and apologize that this occurred. I guess I can see it. I guess they might have had an intern that was trying to put a filter on their account or something. I don't know, but yikesy! We might want to fire that person. Speaking about what the fuck in this wild-ass country in which we live, did you guys hear about the man who was wanted after a video showed him performing sex acts on a corpse in a New York subway? Yay! That's a headline I can get my mind wrapped around. NYPD is looking for a man seen on video performing sex acts on a corpse on a subway in the city, according to a law enforcement source with knowledge of the investigation. Investigators believe the body may have been on the train for hours. Of course, why wouldn't a dead body be on a train for hours? And it's New York, so if you die on a train, obviously somebody's going to rape your corpse. That's a given. You might not want to die on a New York train. Investigators believe the body may have been on the train for hours before the disturbing incident captured on the R train, the source said. According to sources, the investigators started with the discovery of a body on the train at White House Station early Wednesday. Police immediately reviewed the MTA subway cameras and found footage of the acts. Sources say the suspect performed or tried to perform various sex acts on the body, and that he would wait for moments when the train car was empty to pursue his attack. It's believed the entire assault, which sources say involved pulling the body from the train seat to the floor, took several minutes. Yay! Oh, well. It's all good. We are a very healthy society. And all right, that is my religious bullshit trash world what the fuck combo. Finished off on a super what the fuck note. I think we'll all agree. It's the dev of no mercy. I wouldn't be surprised. Saw his opportunity and he took it. That's just a Tuesday. Just normal in New York City. What the fuck? Yeah, hey, it's New York. What you gonna do? It's a wild, wacky, crazy town. And all right, folks, show is almost over. I told you it was going to be a short one tonight, so get your super chats in now. Now we got one more short section coming up. It's the Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! And first off, on tonight's Beyond Parody. This is from Kyle Kalinske, and holy shit, imagine posting this video as an own towards Democrats. So this super rich billionaire posted a video of him bitching about the fact that his billions of dollars did not buy influence from Democrats, but it easily buys influence from Republicans. And he's saying this as though it's a good thing for Republicans and a bad thing for Democrats.
This is one thing I'll tell you about the Trump administration, which is totally different. Okay, I was a lifelong Democrat. Okay, I was a mega donor to the Democrats.
Okay,
you know, like dinner with Obama level donor. Okay,
all right.
I couldn't get a fucking phone call returned from the White House to save my life.
Okay, that's a good thing. You're not supposed to be able to buy influence. Rich people are not supposed to be able to lobby our government just because they gave them a bunch of money to do whatever the fuck they wanted to. So basically what you're saying is that Democrats are based.
The only thing that happened to me was I made an off-color comment about like something in China, and I had the Biden.
So you said something racist, okay?
Administration like basically say something, like essentially put out a press release.
So they called you on your racism. They stuck to their morals and their integrity, okay?
Basically saying I was like, you know, mean.
Yay! All right, good to know. The Democrats are more responsible than Republicans, not the own you think it is. And then last but not least, in this garbage country in which we live, I'm starting to think a meritocracy might be bullshit. Case in point, the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, yes, the lady running all of our education across the country, doesn't seem to know what AI is, folks. Now, I don't even understand how this is possible. Let's forget the fact for a moment that she's in charge of education. How do you live in modern society and not just know by passing what AI is? How have you not heard what AI is just by your watching TV or surfing the internet? What kind of bubble would you have to live in to know nothing about AI? Not only does she know nothing about AI, she doesn't even know it's called AI. That's how little she knows about it, folks. So here she is trying to pretend like she's qualified to run our education department, and I guess she just read some kind of article about how they're using AI in kindergartens and stuff and how good it is. But since she doesn't know what AI is, she keeps calling it A1. I guess when it's written, the AI might look like an A1, and because I guess she's never heard these words before somehow, Once again, how is that even possible? Can you imagine the bubble you would have to live in?
I heard, I think it was a letter or a report that I heard this morning. I wish I could remember the source, but that there is a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching,
A1 teaching.
every year,
That's
starting
good.
that far down in the grades, and that's just that's a wonderful thing. Kids are sponges. They just absorb everything, and so it wasn't all that long ago that we're going to have internet in our schools. Now, okay, let's see A1 and how can that be
A1.
helpful? How can it be helpful in one-on-one instruction?
Can't wait till the A1 teaching all our kids. Break me out a bottle of A1. Just good goddamn. The people ruling us are the dumbest people on the fucking planet. These old goddamn boomers never leave the fucking house. Running education, so not missing a beat. Heinz Steak Sauce put out this ad. Agree. Best to start them early. A1 and nailed it. Is that even Heinz? I don't even know who makes A1, but hey, it's pretty good. I like A1. And great advertising opportunity. Nailed it. And that is my short Beyond parody for this week. And that's my show, folks. Sorry. Hey, I wish there'd have been more interesting stuff, but at least I didn't cancel the show. I think we agree. That's the important thing. At least we got to hang out together for a little bit tonight. And I do have an after party coming up. Not a big one. It's here to here. But if you want to join the after party, keep the show going, go sign up right now for my Patreon. Chip in whatever the fuck you can. Please help me out if you can. I would appreciate it coming up next. But let's go ahead and read the super chats. If you bail out, please hit the like button, folks. Please leave comments. Just say something, type words, but something nice would be good. And hit the like button, subscribe, all those things. Share my videos on your social media. That would be very helpful. Thank you in advance. I love you. And 5 tickets from Han Shot First. He did. I seen it. Murderer Han Solo. Fuck that guy. I hope he gets his comeuppance. I hope like his kid murders him or something later. I hadn't seen it, but thank you, Han. 5 tickets. If you got one, give Han your love and check the membership section for YouTube for the link to the after party. Rocket. $10. Fuck yeah, Rocket. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining me. 5 tickets from Incubus. Fuck yeah. If you got one, give Incubus your love. And I appreciate you, Incubus. You fucking rock, dude. My favorite YouTuber and Animal Sanctuary. Hey, I mean, it is a low bar since I am the only show on all of YouTube. But hey, love you back, Ricky Bobby. And I don't know what to do with my hands. So, what's up? West Coast Longshoreman tuning in for your terror-free Friday night show. Greetings from the San Francisco Bay. Yay, the price is right. I give you guys free, count them, free entertainment 3 times a week. Do like 8 hours of free content every week, folks. How do I do it? Even I don't know. But thank you for supporting it, Doc Brad. Jared T. So the party and its supporters that hates green energy and big government is cheering massive government overreach, protecting green energy. If someone keys my Toyota, they probably will arrest me for not buying Tesla. Yeah, they definitely going to charge me with any hate crimes. They definitely ain't going to do 20 years or anything. So we know what's important to them. Dog Brand, $5. I don't know if I got that because you retracted it, but thank you. Jeff Walker, $10. As a Brit, I don't understand why Trump's approval rating is still around 45% because we are the dumbest society on the planet. So, capitalism, especially in this country, keeps people so busy, right? You're working your ass to the bone, and then when you get off work, you got to go get your kids from daycare. You got to go to McDonald's and try to get you some food for them. You come home so goddamn tired. You just want to lay down and watch Netflix for a couple fucking hours. You ain't got time to research what the fuck's going on. And at the same time, our media continuously puts out propaganda that is so easy to absorb and understand if you're stupid. It's the simplest narrative the human mind could possibly understand. Now, it's wrong. It's lies, but it's incredibly easy to understand if you don't know what the fuck's going on. So we have a nation of idiots who are using propaganda to make all their decisions on and don't have any time for themselves to actually research anything in any proper way. So it's fucked, to be honest with you. And thank you, Jeff Walker. Agent Orange, Hope Spanky, you already read that. And 5 tickets to Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. You rock, buddy, as usual. Love to Mr. Anderson. Wings of Shoe. Will she like it when B2 teaches our second graders? Oh, no, man. That fucking new Gemini is pretty good, though, I gotta say. Gemini 2.5 experimental is fucking amazing. It's the best. It's got ChatGPT. ChatGPT now has the best image generator, which is the only reason I use it. But that Gemini, holy fuck, y'all. The future is now. And VentureVan at the buzzer. Tip the man at the like. Fuck yeah, VentureVan, you fucking rock. And I appreciate you, as always. Thank you for supporting the show. And thank you to everybody who supported the show tonight. You guys are the only reason I'm able to stay in business. So it means a lot to me. And I will be back Monday. Hey, the week went by pretty quick. At least that's good. So I will see you guys fucking soon. We're going to do a quick kitty party. I don't know if any of these little assholes are going to show up. They're not used to having a kitty party. We'll see if they even know what the fuck's going on. Play me some I'm a Nazi by Kanye West.
They told me stop, but I doubled down.
You guys want some treats? NWO, New World Order. New World Order. There you go. There you go. All right, we got Penguin. Penguin, and we got Misty. That's it.
Screaming Hitler was cool like I lost my head. They said, yay, stop. I said, now I'm a boss instead. Then the brands disappeared like my common sense. Lost my deals, lost my mind, lost my sanity. Lost the plot, now they call me white supremacy.
All right, that's what coming up next. Love you guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm a Nazi, yeah, I said it. Careers dropping like my credit.
Tweets so wild, got me dreaded. Still too rich, won't regret it.
Easy.
I was rocking the MAGA before it was cool.
All right, love you guys. See you Monday. Night.
3, but I'm in self-destruct. Cause my brain's playing chess while my mouth playing duck. Yeah, Elon said chill, but I doubled down. Nick Fuentes at my crib like a lost lil clown. Lost Balenci, lost Gap, lost my place. Only thing I got left is dumbass face. Wait, let me drop a gem. Shapiro and Rogan won't talk to them. Nope. My net worth shrink like my relevance. Yikes. Still screaming dumb shit like a sedative. They tried to cancel me, but I'm still here. Cause you can't cancel a billionaire.
Thank you, little baby. Love you.
I'm a Nazi, yeah, I said it. Careers dropping like my credit. Tweets so wild, got me dreaded. Still too rich, won't regret it. Easy. Nazi, yeah, I said it. Careers dropping like my credit. Tweets so wild, got me dreaded. Still too rich, won't regret it. Easy. Lost my mind, lost my wife, lost my relevance. Going full villain, no room for benevolence. Adidas said bye, I just doubled my arrogance. Now I'm on X, just spreading malevolence.
Wanna be Trump, wanna be Mussolini, but all I got's the tweets that are greasy. Fans in my mentions like, yay, what you doing? I said I'm a Nazi, then ruin my unit.
He's a sparks, now he's a friend. From the checks, from the press, from the fans. Lost it all, now I'm all alone. Just me, my rants, and the stupid phone.
Switch over now. Good night, everybody.